Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with this tutorial on this look right here. It's mainly focused on the eyes, which I have done with a lot of coppery shades. I've been obsessed with copper eye makeup looks lately, so I thought why not try one myself. If you want to see how I did this, then keep on watching. So first things first, I am starting off with freshly cleansed and moisturized skin, and I'm going in with a primer. So the one I decided to use today is the Models Prefer Liquid Light Brightening Primer. This is just going to give me a bit of a glow. And then to minimize the look of my pores, I'm using the Australis See Later Pores Spot Primer, and I really like this stuff because it's really comparable to Benefit's Professional for a fraction of the cost. And then for foundation, I decided to use my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. My current shade is Punjab, so I've applied that all over my face in little dots, and then I've taken some Fix Plus to my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush, and I'm blending it all into my face. I honestly wish I could do foundation this quickly because foundation is really boring to apply. Anyway, on to concealer. So I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC20, and I'm applying that underneath my eyes to hide, you know, my dark under eye circles, and also in the areas that I want to highlight, the rest of that concealer goes. So I've just taken my damp beauty blender to that, and I'm blending it all in, making sure that it's all pressed in there because I do not want this to crease. To set those areas that I applied that concealer, I'm applying some MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural in the shade Light. This is going to really help keep those areas highlighted and not crease. So for the rest of my face, however, I'm actually going to set it with the L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade W3. If you're an oily skin girl like me, you know that this is necessary. Even though it is winter time over here, I still manage to get oily skin, so setting my foundation with the powder is a must. And then to bronze my face up, I'm using the Models Prefer Mineral Powder in the shade Radiant Bronze. I really like this bronzer because it's really hard to mess it up, like it's hard to make it look muddy and dirty, if that kind of makes sense. So to apply that, I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush and just applying that in all the areas that you usually want to bronze, so along the temples, my cheekbones, a little on my nose and my jawline. And then after this, I'm actually going to contour. So I'm going into the Australis AC On Tour Contour Palette, using that middle brown shade that I always love to use for contouring, and just contouring my face with that. But let me talk about this brush for a second. I am in love. This was my first time using this brush, and I'm actually obsessed with it. I'm so glad I picked it up. It was only $18 from Priceline, so if you are looking for a contour brush, go and check it out. It's by Models Prefer. And then next I'm filling my brows in, but I don't know about you guys, but I find filling my brows in to be quite boring because I always show it in my tutorials. But as always, I'm filling them in using my favorite brow kit. This is the Models Prefer Essential Brow Kit in the shade Medium to Dark. And then I'm going to set them. I love setting my brows. I find it's so therapeutic, if that makes sense. So I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. If you haven't tried this out, you need to try it. Onto the eyes, I'm going into the Lorac Pro Palette in the shade Taupe, using a fluffy blending brush and applying that to both of my creases. This is going to act as my transition shade so that when I apply my pigment, this beauty of a pigment, it kind of looks a little more seamless. So this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo pigment in the shade Improper Copper. It's this beautiful as the name suggests, copper shade. And as you can see, I'm using my finger to apply it because I do find that when working with pigments, using my finger to apply them gives off the most intensity. So I'm applying that to both my lids up to the crease. Then I'm going back into my crease with the shade Sable, and I'm using a Real Techniques tapered brush. This brush gives a little more precision, so I'm kind of trying to mesh the pigment and my transition shade together a little more seamlessly. Then, of course, to add a little more dimension to the eye and deepen it up a little, I'm taking Espresso with just this angled shadow brush and applying that to the outer corner of my eyes. After that's done, I did go back into the pigment and touch up my lids a little, but for my bottom lash line, I'm taking the shade Sable and running that along there with a Sigma pencil brush, and I'm just trying to, you know, smoke it out, make it look a little bit sultry. And then once I've done smoking out my bottom lash lines, I'm going to go in with a brow highlight. So I'm just taking a matte shade from that palette. This is the shade Cream, and applying that to the arch of my brows. And then I'm going to, as always, highlight the inner corner of my eyes with the shade Light Bronze. And of course, I'm going to apply a winged liner, so I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Glossy Liquid Liner in the shade Black, and I totally forgot how much I love this product. It's so easy to apply a wing with, and I really do love the formula because, as the name suggests, it is hyper glossy, so it does give a glossy kind of finish to the liner once it is even dry. So once I'm done applying my wings, I'm then going to go in with a pencil liner to my waterline. This is the Rimmel Scandalize Waterproof Kohl Kajal pencil in the shade Nude, and I really do like doing this step because it does make my eyes look even bigger than they already do. And then I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Architect 4D False Lash Mascara. I don't know how I feel about this yet. It is a mascara that has lash fibers within it, but I do find it doesn't really, you know, lengthen my lashes to that extent that I would think it would, so I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but I am using it. So after I've done applying the mascara, I'm going to go in with my fave false lashes, the 120 Demi Wispies from Ardell. On top of that, I'm going with the Maybelline Color Sensational lipstick in the shade number 215, Totally Toffee, and I do feel like that lip liner and this lipstick go hand in hand. They're like the perfect match for one another. So once I'm done applying my lipstick, I'm then going to douse myself in some MAC Fix Plus just to set my makeup, and then that's it. All finished. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already so you can stay updated with all the videos that I post. I hope you all have an awesome week, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.